Welcome to Thursday's Daily Dose. We are excited to promote our everyday heroes. And today we have Robert and Sarah Arrington with us, and they are going to share with us what they are passionate about.
Yes, we're really passionate about young adults in Kingman, basically right out of high school to 25, connecting with the church, connecting with Jesus, and connecting with others. We're really excited to see them start to kind of bridge that gap between coming out of high school and going into adulthood. So going into those men's and women's ministries. It's a really hard age when you come out of high school. Everything's so planned, and then you get to 25 or like right after that, and you're kind of on your own and making all these big decisions. And so we're really passionate about that age group, making sure that they are really growing with Christ and understand that they have those opportunities to do that.
So good.
Yeah. So the whole pandemic thing kind of put our plans on hold, but we're trying to meet every Sunday after the 4:05 for just fellowship, maybe some Bible study, maybe some food, hopefully food. And we just hope young adults join us. If they find us at church, come talk to us. We're not frightening, hopefully. So or find someone that knows us, get in contact.
Awesome. Thank you so much, because I'm so grateful that somebody is also passionate about that age group. It is a tough, hard age. So now we are going to let Robert and Sarah do our daily dose for today.
Matthew 9:13. Go and learn what this means. I desire mercy and not sacrifice. For I came not to call the righteous, but sinners.
Yeah. So this verse has been on my mind for probably a week now, especially thinking about our country and just the craziness that's been happening, the division, and people are just angry right now. So Jesus is talking to the Pharisees when he says this. He desires mercy and not sacrifice, and that he came to call sinners and not the righteous. So we probably need some backstory. This is right after Jesus calls Matthew to be his disciple. And he goes over to Matthew's house for dinner. And he's sitting at this table with all of Matthew's friends, and they're just not great people. Just as an example, Matthew's a tax collector who's been benefiting from basically stealing from his community every day. He's a rich man, and he made it in life by taking money from the people around him. But the Pharisees see this, and they come after him. And Jesus doesn't defend Matthew. Instead, he quotes Hosea. And in Hosea, it says, I desire mercy and not sacrifice. And the context of this is that God is talking to Israel through Hosea and saying that they have a terrible attention span. That basically they sacrifice, they get it all right. They look great on paper, but they have no heart left. They're just dry. And Jesus is saying this about the Pharisees, that they might sacrifice and they might look great, but they're worshiping mechanically. They don't love God with their hearts. They might be ritually clean and righteous, but that's not what God is desiring. God desires their hearts, not just their bodies. So Jesus sees people who need him. Their sin doesn't stop Jesus from getting up close and personal. He desires rescue. He wants to see them saved. He wants to see them in heaven. So Jesus desires mercy for them. And I just want to let that sink in a little bit. You could be the most righteous person on the planet. You could get it all right, get the laws down, but Jesus could still call you out for that. He wants your heart to be broken for your neighbors. It doesn't matter if they're the head of a PTO board at your kid's school or a sex offender. He desires mercy, and he wants to see people saved, and so should we. So we are Jesus' people, and we desire mercy like him. This week, think about how you interact with your neighbors. Think about whether you would invite them to your table, even if socially that seems strange. It doesn't matter if we like them. It doesn't matter if we have anything in common with them. Just remember that Jesus called us to make disciples of all nations. And we didn't need to start in our own backyards. So we should meditate on mercy this week.